The view from the balcony did little to calm Malcolm's frayed nerves as he watched Carney skillfully pop open the bottle of the $300 champagne, filling 2 crystal flutes. Ahead of him, the mountains had mostly vanished into the dark night sky, but the city gloved across the valley below, a crash-land neon-fueled space station leaking its brilliant chemical payload. Malcolm tried to pick out the exact bar where he had spent most of his nights, but the alleys all looked the same, veins of color and the map of grey boxes. "So that's it," Malcolm finally said, breaking the silence because Carney didn't seem to feel the need. "You and Bill are still both living killer." Carney handed him to the champagne and leaned back on the metal-framed chaise lounge. The furniture on the balcony was similar to the pieces in the interior, modern, shiny, designer expensive. 6 matching lounge chairs, a glass table with chrome base, some sort of swing temptation near at the far end. That was a wet bar next to glass doors that led into the living room and had heat lamp by the waist-high plexiglass ledge. The lamp was giving off waves of warmth, making Malcolm's cheeks red and putting tears into the corners of his eye. "It was for the best," Carney responded. "There is no point in staying at Kidder. Even the Tokyo office remains open, which I highly doubt. They all have of us like fucking watchdogs. The lack of freedom will hamper us at every opportunity." Malcolm swirled the champagne, watching the bubbles rise to the top. He had no idea what freedom Carney was talking about, or why a watchdog in Tokyo would be such a horrible thing, but he understood the gist, that the party was definitely over. Jack fucked it up for all of us. He did us a favor, actually. We are spinning our wheels at Kidder. Bill and I have been planning to live for quite some time. Malcolm raised his eyebrows. He wasn't surprised exactly. Ever since his weekend in Tokyo, he'd been expecting Carney to mention something about setting up on his own. Carney never struck him at the time who wanted to work for someone else, so maybe he had been right. Maybe today's news would represent an opportunity. Before he could get too excited, Carney brought him to reality. "But isn't it going to happen overnight? There is capital to be raised, a lot of red tape. This isn't New York, and we are not Japan. 6 months, maybe 8, the most." Malcolm drank half his champagne, then set the glass on the glass table. He didn't have enough money in his bank account to last 6 days, let alone 6 months. "I guess I better get my resume in order," he said. "At very least, I've become hell of typist." Carney smiled. 6 months, he repeated. "Malcolm, this is all part of process. You've proved to me that you have the instincts to make it here. You've learned a lot of more than you realize. When real opportunity comes, and it will, you'll be ready. You are going to be one of the greats, one of the names, and you're going to get very rich in the process."